My name, I was introduced Karin Haemmerle. It really means the little hammer in English. And you guys notice that I have an accent. And I always say I'm born in Germany, in Hamburg, and I'm a hamburger on long legs. So you will always remember that now when you have a hamburger, right? So about myself. In my early 20s, following a vision, I went to Nepal, and I built a house from scratch, actually a house that they had never seen before, planning a vegetarian restaurant. So it was the first house they had ever seen in the valley, by the lakeside, nestled into the hills of the Himalayas, quite very beautiful. So we had running water, we had solar panels for hot water on the roof, imagine electricity, toilets, very special in that country, a built-in kitchen, gas stove, the first refrigerator the country had ever seen, actually. I call this my social service period, following this vision, teaching 36 Nepalis how to run a business so successful that later actually they went and attained international jobs to support their families. Now, even though it has never been said officially, Nepal is probably the poorest country in the world. Despite all predictions, you can imagine this white chick coming to an Asian country, opening a restaurant. The restaurant became so famous that actually we were published in the major travel guides all over the world. People would come to the restaurant being sick with the Asian food and ask, where can we find that healer? Even those these guides would say, you will find this German lady and she will help you heal with food. So 4 years later, Nepal made a deal with what used to be Tibet, and now is China, for some weapons to get access to the roads that then lead to India. So Nepal being the bumper in between China and India, if you guys know a little bit about the countries as they are. Therefore, India closed the border, and we did realize for the first time that the major supplies, in fact, over 95% actually came from India. So no more gas, no more kerosene. We then had to move out the kitchen on a gas fire to cook for the unexpected tourists that came actually to the country not knowing that there was nothing to eat for them. I donated my house, my business, and everything in it to my employees and left Nepal with only one suitcase and the intent to take up studies in Japan. But then friends whose life I had saved in Nepal asked me to visit them on an island in Thailand. And that is where I met this crazy Canadian guy that not only taught me to drive around the island with a dirt bike, but later on invited me to come to Canada, a country that I had always envisioned as beautiful, pristine, untouched wilderness, you know, like back then in my childhood. Reading, I guess you guys don't know that, but the Winnetou books, right? The Cowboys and Indians. Found Calgary, Kananaskis country. I don't know, some of you might know it. Very, very beautiful countryside, just loved it. Went on to, after my holidays, flew to Tokyo to pursue my studies, and my girlfriend who picked me up at the airport exclaimed at my 26-year-old, "Oh, Karin, you look radiant." For me to find out a couple days later, I was pregnant. From that crazy Canadian guy, right? So there, my studies went out the window, and I got on the plane to Calgary to start my new life as a wife and as a mother. Looking back, there are two very beautiful gifts I have to thank this man for, and that is my exceptionally gifted daughter and the privilege to live in this country. So my husband and I built actually 3 multi-billion-dollar oil-patch service companies, being raised as in a hard-working, result-oriented family. I thought I had it made, you know, the villa with a picket fence around in the sunshine. My dreams fell apart when reality set in. I lost everything. Here's the pattern, do you notice it? Not just the company that left me with $100,000 in debt, my marriage, but most importantly, my health. Looking back, being diagnosed with an incurable illness was probably the greatest gift that I have received in my life. And I think we have heard this story a few times today, right? It seems to be the human story many times that we just got to hit rock bottom in order to pick ourselves up and to discover really what deep power lies within. And that's is my point here tonight. I was at that time divorced, sick, pain-ridden, single mother, landed immigrant with an accent. To me, it was no matter how hard I tried, I hit the ceiling and I fell right back to the bottom every time. Okay. So I admit at this point things got so bad in my life that I was actually thinking about suicide. And because I couldn't see no way out of my dilemma. And the only thing that kept me moving forward was my little 5-year-old daughter, because there was no one else that could have provided or taken care of her. So when I walked out of the specialist office, after being told that in less than 5 years I would be in a wheelchair, having to be spoon-fed, having a little cry in the hallway, I heard this little voice inside of me saying, "You will heal yourself." And puzzled, I went home, wondering what my next move would be, and that is when I remembered about the abilities I have had as a child, the abilities my family had alienated me for, yet used me to help them with their various issues of illness and pain. Still wondering how I was going to do this, I sat there and started to practice on myself. Eventually, the bouts of severe pain and numbness slowly started to release itself. As I became more aware, that is how the greater things in my life started. As my friends and neighbors watched myself heal, my healing, they asked me, "Can you do this for me? Can you do this for my friends?" People started to give me donations for my work, and I was actually quite surprised on how much that was, since I didn't really know what the value was of what I was doing. Over time, with gaining confidence in my abilities, I started to charge an hourly fee for my service, which now turned into 95% remote sessions all over the world, Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, North and South America, as also the Middle East. And this is how I was able to support my daughter, her education, and pay my bills, even though very unconventional way, right? More and more people asked me if I could teach them what I was doing, because they were very inspired by self-healing and self-empowerment. This is what I'm teaching. Okay, so today I travel worldwide to teach about self-healing and self-empowerment in seminars and workshops, play shops, do personal sessions, as I said, personal or remote. And this goes far beyond any meditation technique or hypnosis or any other healing modality. And tonight, I will open a reality of abundance for you that in fact has always been there, buried deep inside of you. But let me ask you once again, do you recognize these patterns in your life? Trying to change your relationships, your health, your finances, being more connected, and then always going back to the same thing? So success is not only about making money, and we have heard about this here before, and I am working with very wealthy people that then have a lot of other issues, so that's not really the answer to success. So real success really does not come from your job title, your family, or your bank account. So for this presentation tonight, I would love for you to please stand up now if you can, especially if you are new to me, even though I will not be able to touch all of you to this, large audience, but I would love you to, for maybe, how many people can we have here? Maybe 12 people, 12 of you to come up and join me here on stage. Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. So for the hands-on, that will be for the hands-on. And now, how am I going to hold the microphone, guys? See, that's what they cabled me all up for.
I'll hold it for you.
Oh, you hold it for me. Okay, so wow, this is awesome. Okay. So I want to dim down the light a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. This is awesome. Lots of expectation on here now, right? Maybe just let me hold this. Sure. So the other what I'm cabled in is not working anymore.
You turned it off.
Okay. All right then. All right. So let's start. So let me just step in between you guys. So in this meditation, we will generate wealth frequencies or bring those in. So whether we are standing, preferably, or sitting down, let's get comfortable and let's get a nice, strong, deep breath in. Getting comfortable and just noticing where you are, noticing the space around you. And another beautiful breath in again. Noticing your body within the space around you. And we will be talking about wealth as you notice what is yours and what is not yours, and what you need to leave behind. And another strong deep breath in again. Connecting to this group, creating a mastermind. We all want the same thing, which allows us to go further, faster, and deeper. And it helps us to disconnect from the distortions that we think we are. Allows us to come into our true brilliance. Another wonderful breath in again, as we are asking the question, how do I become my limitless best self? Noticing the space around you as we fall into our spine, into the base of your spine, the tailbone, your hip area, and the organs within. And even now, as I generate those frequencies that help you shift, feeling different, beyond hypnosis, meditation, Ask yourself what that is. And it allows you to understand yourself more, because it's not about me, but it's bringing you into the present moment. As you notice your hip area, from your belly button down to the groin, really noticing that area. And noticing that space around that area, noticing what is yours, and then expanding out in arm lengths all around into your spirit body. And if you aren't aware of that space, just imagine that arm length around, just sensing what that area would feel like if you could. And if you can feel your spirit body, congratulations. And we will be talking about wells and bringing in wells frequencies. And it is not just about financial wealth, but about other areas of abundance as well, filling you up with abundance to push the distortions out that you are not. And how do we do that? If you are standing, but even if you are sitting, notice your feet, the bottoms of your feet. Especially if you are standing, and if you are sitting, notice your buttocks. Pay attention to your body. Noticing your ankles, noticing your legs, all the way up to your thighs and into your hips. And you start to consciously pay attention. And if you're standing up, pay attention even more. And you will feel tiny muscle movements. And again, tiny muscle movements that keep you balanced, even if your eyes are closed. That keep you standing up, even if you are sitting down. What keeps you upright in your chair? Again, those muscle movements that keep you standing or sitting up. What is that consciousness behind it? It is that natural ability, again, beyond your conscious awareness. That keeps you upright. As we take another strong deep breath in, pay attention to your body from your hips down, and I ask you, are you doing anything conscious to stand up? Or is it something natural that happens to you? Let's extrapolate that, your breathing patterns, if you are walking or running, laying down, automatically adjusts. thousands of chemicals that get created by your liver, for example, to sustain you. And again, let me ask you, do you do anything conscious? Your vision, your hearing, your transference of oxygen into nutrition that you need, the absorption of nutrition, of what you drink and eat. Come a little forward, come a little forward, come a little forward, honey, come a little forward. Thank you. Again, are you doing anything conscious to sustain that abundance, to keep you alive? And the reason why I ask you, if there are so many abundant patterns that are already inside of you, that keep you naturally sustained, do we have to create our own? Is it working for you? Or is there a natural abundance that you could tap into that has already proven itself thousands of times every second? That happens to you automatically, without your knowledge, without your interference, without anything. Let's take another nice, strong, deep breath in. We just move a little forward, yes. As we ascend higher from your hips on up to your chest, into the organs of your stomach, muscles of your stomach, the sides, the back, the spine, the chest, the heart, the lungs, the upper back, the muscles of the upper back, your arms, all the way down from your shoulders, down the triceps, biceps, noticing all the details as I continue to work on you, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands, fingers, your fingertips. Quite an awakening, actually. Congratulations. As you notice again from your shoulders on down, right from to the bottoms of your feet, what creates your flesh and blood, and then everything else that doesn't need to be there. And then expanding on out, an arm length around you, below you, and then again, the things that don't need to be there, and then the things that do. And the only thing that needs to be there is your flesh and blood, nothing else. Anything else is extra. As I continue to work on you, notice how you are feeling. And if you have noticed the consciousness, and if you call it an elementary level, and your subconscious, your autonomic nervous system, what creates your autonomic nervous system that runs all your faculties to keep you alive? What created that? And again, beyond the physicalness, of this world and beyond, the physicalness of your human mind, and another higher consciousness that controls already made you abundant to the level of human identity above all species, above everything else here. Another strong, deep breath in. Understanding the brilliance that you are, I want to ask you something. Does your religion, your spiritual movement, your knowledge, does that have anything to do with your existence as you stand? Does it help you? Does it help you to create the blood that you need? Does it create all the chemicals that you need? Does it, if you standing up, keep you alert? Or was that consciousness there way before existence, before any of that came about? Is there a higher form of consciousness? Is all I'm asking. You don't have to believe. Just allow it to be there. Or you just ask yourself, okay? Strong, deep breath in. As we ascend up into the neck, finishing up the spine, top of the spine, the throat area, coming into the back of the head, top of the head, melting down into the ears, the forehead, the eyes, your nose, your lips, your chin, relaxing your jaw as we go even deeper. And again, what is that coming and overtaking you? That is your brilliance, yourself. As we go deeper, noticing your breath, left side of the brain, right side of the brain, that central space in the brain as you pay attention to that upper half. I will continue to work at spirit level to help you connect and make you understand the two hemispheres of the brain, the communication between the two hemispheres, communication between body and mind, between pure source and your physical form, and your spirit, an awakened spirit, noticing your body at a higher level. That's all you have to do. And again, just notice your body. Pay close attention to it. From the top of your head, through the neck, through the top half, midsection, and the lower half, into your legs, right into the feet, expanding outside of you. Again, arm lengths around you, above you, below you. Notice all the stuff that's not needed anymore. No matter how heartfelt you think it is, how dear it is to you, Again, it's not needed for your existence. Again, you can do without it, and it will not distort you. And you pay attention to all that is around you, within you, what is not yours, yours. And we are just paying attention to it. Let's go back to questioning how that natural balance or abundance of why you are standing up so perfectly, all the other interactions happen for you in a perfect state, in perfect harmony, and we will tap into that. Our natural existence. Is there a natural state of balance for our physical life that we can tap into? Can we copy the programs that run within us successfully already, instead of searching outside of ourselves? We have done that before. What are the things that happen naturally, that are abundant, that we can copy? There are millions of patterns that we can copy. Noticing your breath, noticing that space around you. As I continue to work on you. As I help you understand what's you and what's not you. Very nice. And just noticing your breath. And And you can stay in this space as long as you wish. And then whenever you're ready, noticing your face, opening your eyes. Welcome back. And as I'm scanning through, this huge awareness is coming over you. If that makes sense to you. Congratulations again to you awakening to your sense of self. Very, very nice. Hey, thank you for being here with me. So awesome. So how you guys are feeling? So heavy legs. How you feeling?
Good. I feel really relaxed. I feel really good. Thank you. Very centered. Yeah, calm. Very calm. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Clarity.
Have a seat, gladly have a seat. Some of you felt probably your legs getting a little heavy. The guys that are standing up, a phenomena that, couple, 2-3 times that happens. As we are draining the stuff that is not needed anymore into the core of the earth. Okay, that doesn't happen later. So just take a little time, but I would love to hear your comments. Can I?
My name is Ace. I was privileged to get a treatment like this last night before everybody else did. Really thought nothing of it, I thought it's just a mind game. But on the way home, for the first time I could see my dashboard, those little tiny buttons, clearly. So I called everybody I knew. I go, you're not going to believe this. I can see my dashboard clearly. And that wasn't nothing special to them, but it was special to me because I wasn't wearing my glasses, number one. Number two, having the privilege to know somebody that introduced me to Karin here, taking advantage of that treatment that I got yesterday, my whole body felt at ease. My mind felt focused. And this today, what she was talking about, I actually literally saw the junk that's in my life, in my home, in my car, in my life, and I thought to myself, you know what? If I clean all that up, everything that's junk in my body will also clean out. I was greatly appreciated for taking me on yesterday and giving everybody this session as well. We're very privileged to get to know you.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you.
It was very interesting because as soon as you touched me, it was like tears just running down my face. And as the meditation was going through, it was really interesting because I always wanted to be so much like my mom that I felt I was carrying her pain. And I don't need her pains. I need to be me.
That's right.
And it was like, okay, Mom, go away. Because me, it's not you, it's me, and I am Doris, not you. And I feel I'm a feather.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for being here with me. I'm looking forward to the possibility to connect with you again in the pure source. If you'd like to know more, please click like and subscribe.